Democratic warnings are working. This is a fascinating story, and then I'll pick up your phone calls here. Qatar, of course, was trying to sell this airplane. They have been for 5 years. They had apparently the Emir of Qatar gets a new 747 every decade or something like that. Some years ago, they had an older 747 that the Emir had made for himself, with all kinds of fancy accoutrements and everything. It's kind of like the one that Trump just got. And they couldn't sell that either. And so they gave it to President Erdogan of Turkey, who gratefully accepted it, being the dictator that he is. And it is kind of dictator chic. And then they've got this second plane. So the Emir has a new plane now. So he's trying to get rid of the old plane. It's 14 years old. And it's been on the market for 5 years. It's parked down in Dallas, where they thought they'd have a better chance of selling it, apparently. And, they just didn't have any rich person come along with the tastes of a Middle East potentate, wanting gold and silk and everything else. So they gave it to Trump. But then Democrats started speaking up. This is crazy. Chris Murphy, the senator from Connecticut, the Democratic senator from Connecticut, told Qatar, he said, "Let me guarantee you, even though there are important alliances we have with the Saudis, UAE, and Qatar, those alliances will be frayed permanently if you continue paying off Donald Trump. These countries should think twice before it's too late about giving Trump what he wants, which is cash in his pocket." And in this case, an airplane in his pocket. And so Qatar now is coming out and saying, we didn't offer this plane to Trump. He demanded it. In other words, we're not trying to bribe him. He's trying to shake us down. And so Qatar now is trying to say, we'll sell the plane to you cheap, maybe for $1, something like that. And Trump is saying, no, you can't sell it to the U.S. government. Because, see, if they sell it to the U.S. government, then it becomes U.S. government property, and Trump can't take the plane when he leaves office. If they give it to Donald Trump, and it is held essentially in trust by the Department of Defense while they spend $1 billion upgrading it over the next 3 years, and then Trump gets to hang on to it after he leaves office, that's a whole different thing. Trump gets to keep it. So as the Washington Post reported yesterday, quote, Qatar is insisting that a memorandum of understanding between Washington and Doha specifies that the aircraft's transfer was initiated by the Trump administration, and that Qatar is not responsible for any future transfers of the plane's ownership. Yeah. This is getting wild. And the Democrats in Congress are apparently making the Qataris nervous.